friends, Andy Vegan. I make a breakfast with a very simple fruit salad. Very simple, I would say, local fruit I have. That is apples, pears, oranges and raisins. Yeah, that's what we have all at home all the time, I would say. Easily so, because you can get it all the time, all through the year. Apples, pears, oranges. The best ones though, apples and pears are usually in autumn and winter because they are harvested late in the year usually. So it's more winter fruit already. But very inexpensive anyway compared to other exotic fruit. But here, I like it a lot, and it's always a question how to put them into a fruit salad together, because sometimes, especially apple is pretty tough, crunchy. It can a little bit be too much to have all the crunchiness in a fruit salad. So I have to find a balance, and that's nice because apples, pears and oranges have very different textures. Apples are crunchy, pears are soft, and oranges are totally juicy and watery. That's perfect. And the raisin is dry. Yeah, not crunchy, but dry, and you know raisins. Come. But first, before I show you the fruit and talk a little bit about it, I will make my dressing, and that's a little bit tricky today, because I didn't know what it works out. I have a special banana here, 2 bananas, but I noticed they are full of starch here. Ripe banana, they are ripe, no doubt, well, a large banana, and I thought almost a little bit reminds me of cooking bananas. If you try a cooking banana, you see you have to cook it actually to enjoy it, because it has such a high starch content, almost like a potato. You can't eat it raw. Maybe it has to be very ripe, black. But if you get it usually, and it has a normal peel, a little bit brown, you open it, you have to cook it. It's a cooked banana. But regular bananas are not to cook. You can eat it right away, and they are best like that. But this one here, I'll show you again, is a little bit in the direction of the cooking banana. So high in starch, I would say, not very sweet, a little bit, the texture a little bit dry. I was surprised. Some of them are very delicious. Some of them are not so sweet. So this is the first question I have. What do I do with this banana with the other ingredients? I first put the banana into the blender. You don't know what kind of banana you get. I went to another health food shop. They had this kind of banana. I was happy. I needed bananas, so I had this now. But I have to find out a way to use them. Yeah, it's something new to me, but okay, banana is great. Let's see. And now I want to use chia seeds. I want to make a banana cream with chia seeds. And here are the chia seeds. That is a simple thing. Yeah, it's not local, of course. It's a little bit more expensive, but it has these very important omega-3 fatty acids. It has also the protein and minerals. It's very rich in fiber and so many lignans. They're very, very important. All these things for all kinds of health aspects. But what I'm interested in now is the omega-3 fatty acids, because that is rare, not so often in plants. You have chia seeds, you have flax seeds, you have hemp seeds, you have walnuts, you have algae, but not too many ingredients have this nutrient, the fatty acid that we need so much. We have to make sure to get it every day. So one or two tablespoons of chia seeds, for example, would be enough. So I put 1 or 2 tablespoons in here. And also what I know is from studies and so, it has to be broken down. You have to grind it. Otherwise, you don't get the omega-3 fatty acids into the system. They go just through the body. That's not good. You want to have the fat in the system. So the third ingredient is the cashew nut. I have a handful of cashews here. That is very nice for having a little bit more fat and nice texture. So I have here basic ingredients for a dressing, for a cream. Omega-3 banana cream, you can call it. You can take different nuts, different seeds, but to get the omega-3 fatty acids to make the meal complete, this is a good start. Now the question was, first, the bananas, are they sweet enough? Second, the chia seeds. The second question is, I cannot use everything blending with chia seeds, because the chia seeds can turn bitter if I put citrus fruit in there. So that is a problem, because usually I put the lemon into a banana, I mix it, and then the color of the cream is light, because the yellow or the lemon keeps the banana from getting brown. And that's a nice effect. It tastes already very nice also. Yeah? But with the chia seed, the lemon would turn the chia seed into a bitter flavor. And that's not nice. So I cannot put the citrus fruit in here. And so the question are two: what do I do for the flavor of the chia seeds? And what do I do for the flavor of the banana? So is there enough sweetness? So first I will blend it now. I keep that question in mind, and then I taste it, and I will decide if I would add something. I have something prepared, I'll show you in a moment. First now, a little bit of water. I will have to make a second blending anyway, because the chia seed and the cashew have not been soaked beforehand. So first blending is to break it down coarsely, and then a second blending a little bit later, after I've shown you the fruit in the salad. I do a second blending, and then it is really creamy. And in between I can also tweak it and taste it and add perhaps some ingredients that make it nice. So but first blending, to check it out. Seems okay. The sound gets a little bit more even, the blender sound, so might be okay. Especially the chia seed, they need a little bit more blending time because they are so hard. Yeah? So now they soak a little bit, but I will taste it. The flavor, I will definitely know the direction into this flavor, this flavor evolves when it sits for a while now and it soaks, and so a little bit of water gets pulled out by the soaking. But the flavor, the direction of the flavor will pretty much be the same right now and after the second blending. But so I can taste now and determine if I have to put something else in there or not. Let's see. Oh wow, that's nice. It's a nice flavor. I like it. I'm surprised. I can taste the gentle flavor of the cashews, the bananas, not very sweet. A little bit of sour, a little bit of bananas, you know, starchy bananas. Taste a little bit sour, a little bit. And a little bit starchy, it picks at the teeth a little bit. But it's okay so far. And then the chia seed, pretty neutral flavor. But you know, they taste only neutral at the first glance. If you add other ingredients to the chia seed, then the flavor changes and they reveal something. For example, you put the lemon in there, it turns bitter. Then where is this neutral flavor of the chia seed? No, they're not neutral. They seem neutral. So that is here too. This kind of, there is a little bit of shade of a tone of chia there. A certain flavor, pretty neutral, but not really neutral. Very gentle. But it's there. So I think I will add, it's nice, okay, yeah. But there's a little tartness off there from bananas and from the chia seed together. So I add a little bit, I try, just a banana, 3 dates here. They make it sweet and nice. I know, it works always. The dates with the chia seed, very perfect. And a piece of ginger, you know, 2 or 3 inches of ginger, or maybe 2 inches, 1 or 2 inches of ginger. That is all very nice together with bananas as well as chia seeds. Dates and ginger are a very nice ingredient to that. So I put it in there right now. And I will blend one more time, and then it will sit a little bit longer. And then I might decide if I have some more water. So that I count that first as the first blending still, because I have to make a second blending anyway after soaking. Hasn't soaked yet. I just added now the dates and the ginger. It wasn't necessary, I would say, but maybe it's nicer. Yeah, maybe it's nicer. But I'll taste it now. I would say that it's perfect. Yeah, very nice. So it will sit for a while now, and then I make a third blending. Now I show you the fruit of my salad. And I really nice, it's very nice. I have a big pear, a large pear here. And you see the peel of the pear here. This is the kind of pear you have. When you see that kind of color, you know what kind of pear it is. I don't know the name, it's a large pear. And it's pretty firm, and it takes some time, maybe a week or so. I waited, no, was it a week? Maybe it was a week at home, until I now have the perfect texture. Now they are so sweet and soft inside, and the peel doesn't disturb anything. If I would have eaten that pear, well, let's say 3 or 4 days ago, totally different story. It would have been too hard, not sweet, and the peel would have been a little bitter. That was not nice. So now pear is really ripe, and it was worth to wait a week, because now it's so delicious. I tried a little piece. It's wonderful. So one big pear, one large pear is in there. With a peel, that's okay. And then I have an apple that's a little bit firmer, as I said before. You want a small apple. It goes a long way. Apple goes a long way. I decided to take a little bit less. A small apple was enough. A large pear, small apple. So that's basically a pear salad. So that's good. And now the third ingredient is the orange. And here I want to show you how I cut it. I cut the peel before I cut it into pieces. Here, this is what I have here. You see this kind of piece. And it's important, the way you cut orange, it can be very unpleasant if you cut it in the wrong way. So I have orange. I cut the peel with a knife, and then I cut the orange in half. Yeah, but against the slices inside, not with the slices. I cut it against the slices, and then I quarter it, and then you have the perfect piece. Otherwise, you always chew on the inner peel, the silver peel, the white peel, between the slices, and that's not nice. So if you cut against the peel, against the slices, where you halve the orange, and then you quarter the halves, that's a perfect way. Then you have these kind of little pyramids, or so, I don't know what you call it. Yeah, so just a small mention how to best, in my opinion, cut an orange. Otherwise, you could also fillet the orange. That is a lot more difficult, and you waste all the silver skin in the middle. Yeah, you can use only the flesh of the orange if you fillet it, and you cut the. You have the whole orange, you peel it, and then you take it in your hand and cut inside the slices. You cut out the slices without the peel, and then you have a lot of peel to waste. But this is all in here, so you don't need to do that. If you cut it the right way, then you don't feel the peel as disturbing, irritating. And here I have raisins. I love raisins. They're not always perfect in any dish. Sometimes they would not be so perfect there, but in this with the apples and with the oranges, I think the raisins would be perfect. They're a little bit crunch, not really crunched, you know. Apples are crunchy, raisins not very crunchy, but because they're too soft. But they have this hardness. It's almost like crunch. And I put it, and with the orange, it's perfect because the orange are so juicy. And then they add a nice the sweetness of the raisins. It's very nice, and they add a little bit. They balance a little bit the sweet sour flavor of both the oranges and the apples, and they have a completely new texture, adding to the other three textures here. So I'm looking forward to the oranges, to chewing on the raisins here, and they are super high in antioxidants. Raisins are super healthy. Yeah, I always have a glass of raisins at home. Sometimes I snack on them. They're very sweet, and if I do that, I know I have to make sure that a half an hour after eating them, I brush my teeth, because there's so much sugar in there and a little water, and they stick to the teeth a little bit. Yeah. In general, I brush my teeth after eating, half an hour waiting, because when you eat directly, the hard covers of the teeth get a little bit softer. The enamel softens a little bit, and then you brush it immediately after eating. You could take off a little bit of the enamel. That's not very good. So waiting half an hour, then all these things happen. It gets firm, it gets hard again, and then I can brush the teeth, and that's better. So I do that of course after eating, but especially with the dried fruit, it is more recommended than with other fruit. So now I'll go back to my dressing here. I think I might have to add a little bit more water. Well, it looks nice. It looks still nice. I will check it again. No, don't need more water. And the ginger is so nice. It's perfect with the chia seed. It's very good. I'm blending one more time. Finally, I decided to put the ginger and the dates in because, I guess because of the sweetness mainly, because the ginger is a nice effect, add a little bit of fire, but the sweetness, because the bananas were not so sweet. Yeah, they were okay, but not so sweet, so the dates now have it nice and sweet, because with a fruit salad, as in any salad in general, you over-season the dressing a little bit. Otherwise, when you pour the dressing over the salad and it covers the ingredients of the salad, then the flavor of the dressing, as you tasted it before, dilutes a little bit. So it is not the same flavor when you put it over the salad. If you over-season a little bit, and you make it a little bit more sweeter, that's still a nice dressing then on the salad with the ingredients. So that's why I decided maybe to give a little bit more flavor, because it is a dressing in general. So here, my fruit salad will be beautiful. And you see all the orange and the brown from the raisins. Isn't that beautiful? It's almost red, the raisins. And here's the dressing. Here's the cream. Chia cream with cashews and bananas and ginger and dates. Here, I will now toss it and serve it in a glass so that you can see what it looks like. And then I will enjoy. It's a big fruit salad. Of course, I will try to eat it. But maybe I have to put it into a container, part of it, and put it in the fridge. And there's absolutely no problem to do that. Yeah. If it is a sealed container in the refrigerator, it keeps for, well, at least the rest of the day. I can eat it later then if it's too much for me. But I don't think so. It's a fruit, it's very light, and in general I can eat a lot of fruit in one meal. It's very easy. There's not a big, there's no oil in there, so not very heavy ingredients. The chia seed is only just 1.5 tablespoons. There's a handful of nuts. That's basically it when it comes to the fat and the protein, and that's the heavy thing. Fat and protein is what makes the meals heavy. Not the sugar and the carbohydrates. They're not heavy. They are light to digest, easy to digest. That's why also we eat most of our food consists of carbohydrates and on a small part only of proteins and fat in general. You can always decide for yourself what you prefer, but most of the people, the vast majority of people, have always eaten a bunch of carbohydrates and a small amount of protein and fat. They are also not that easy to get, the protein and the fat. But here's my fruit salad, my breakfast, and I guess it will be delicious, healthy anyway, and keeping. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoy. If you like, you can like my video and subscribe and be vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter.